All right. Grand evenings, everyone. Long time no talk to. I've been very productive, which is good. That's why it's been a minute since I made a video. And being productive is always a good thing. So, I want to talk about something that I'm concerned about. And it's about, I want to make sure I'm saying this word correctly, the masculinity of our culture. So I don't say black, white, Hispanic, unless I'm describing someone else, but then within my home I say different cultures because it starts off as human beings first. That's how I look at it. We all human beings first, and then it breaks down to cultures, then it gets down to individuality in your own government. So that's how I describe it in my home. But yeah, I want to talk about how it seems like they are masculine our culture, our man to be exact, and it kind of bothers me. And you know, I usually don't let too much bother me, but I am concerned. So the reason why I'm saying this is because I notice I've been watching a little bit of what's going on outside world, which I usually don't try to indulge in too much because it's negative. But it's the little young guy, I don't even want to say the name because I give him energy by saying his name. He's a so-called rapper, supposed to be rapper. I don't know why they call him a rapper, but he does a thing with men on men, and he's been out here like real flamboyant, and it's and they've been like applauding that. They've been like hooraying that. They've been like giving him coups just for that. It's like, I don't think this is right. Now, I don't want to be biased or judgmental, but to me, you know, you got kids looking at this here. My son might have glanced across this a couple of times, and I don't want him to see another young individual doing something like dancing as females and stuff like that, which I don't think is right. And like I said, I don't want to be judgmental, just my opinion. And it kind of bothers me how this young gentleman is doing all this stuff that's like masculine our culture, and then glorifying it. Then on the flip side of that, they argued the rebuttal as in like, well, he should be able to do that because the other artists or the rappers or the drill, they're promoting violence, sex, all type of stuff too, and it's okay. And once again, that's glorified too, which I have a problem too because, you know, that music is their life, and I understand it, but we don't even have a variety of music no more. The music is just homosexual or murder and kill. And it's majority in our, well, I want to say majority in our culture, but it's highlighted more in our culture because we don't see the entrepreneurs and the millionaires that's young. They don't get glorified. The young girl that did the spelling bee and play basketball, that's not getting glorified. And that was a young lady. And I'm like I said, I don't even see none of the younger men or the teenage kids or the boys that's doing things, which I'm quite sure it's a bunch of them out there. Why we can't get that glorified? So that kind of bothers me. But like I said, I don't want to get too much into that because that's a long, drawn out thing. Go back and forth, get weird. I try not to be judgmental or biased. That's just my opinion on how things are. But the reason why I'm bringing it back close to me because there's a couple situations with my son that just trips me out. So the first situation with my son was that we were out getting some cell phone, the cases, whatever, the cell phone cases. And I was like, Cliff, well, you should get this case here because this case is nice, it's sturdy, it's rugged. And he was like, no, I don't want that case because I wear my pants too tight. And I'm like, well, you wear your pants too tight? Okay, let me tell you one thing, my son. You never tell another man that you don't want something because your pants are too tight. And on top of that, you never tell your father that. Please don't tell me that because my man can go way left, right. The man just go crazy. So it's just a simple fact that he sees his peers do this and talk like this, so he thinks it's okay. In reality, maybe in their world, but not into my world. So it's a hard pill for me to swallow. And let me know if I'm getting too judgmental, but I just like, man, come on, don't do that. Because I still want you to have your masculinity. And this is where the whole concept comes from. So that kind of tripped me out. So then we had a situation with the car, and we had to get it towed. It had broke down, basic breakdown stuff. A starter went out, so we had to push the car. I said, well, we got the car towed to the house, and then I was going to push the car to the station to get it fixed. So I was doing old school style, push it back out of our driveway, and then push it with my other vehicle. You know, I'm old school. You know, we're trying to save money. So I said, well, come on, Cliff, let's help me push the car out. So this dude come running out the house, and he had his purse, his merce on. And I'm looking like, Cliff, all we're gonna do is just push the car. You need your purse. And I know he got kind of offended when I said the purse. Then I started saying the merce. He stood up with his chest, like with pride. It was like, no, I don't take this off for nobody. And I'm like, what? You mean to tell me that you're not gonna take your merce off? All you're doing is pushing the car. Do you need your merch? What's in there? Something that's like to help? Is a power tool in here or something? Is it something to help fix this car? What's in here? Does merch give you power? What is this? So it just throws me out. But I have to remember that the media and his peers and what's being glorified make him think it's okay. And he stood up to me like a man about this merch, a purse. And my thing is like, this thing been out before you were born. Actually, it was out before I think I was born. It's just that it wasn't over here in our country, and it was fashionable then of people of a higher class, I think. And then when it came over here, it was still fashionable for a higher class, and then it got a little bit exotic, and then it went a little bit, you know, kind of hushed down, but now it's back because they said everything from back then is coming back in style. So he thinks this is new style, and I'm telling him like, no, it's not. It's just simple fact is like, it depends on how you wear it and how you carry yourself when you wear it. Because I told him I don't want people to get the wrong impression about you, even though it shouldn't matter, but still, you know, you might don't get upset, you get hit on or something like that, you know, with that type of crowd. So he said it with pride. This is my merch. I don't take it off for nobody. I was like, oh wow, okay. I couldn't do that but step back because he almost got stolen off. Just to be honest, I'm an old school father. You have to excuse me. And I think that's what's missing in our culture, the old school training. They say when you got things that's getting kind of weird or something's going on in your household, go talk to the older people in your house if you can. If you have any, if you're lucky or fortunate to have the old school people in your house, go talk to them. I talk to my mother all the time. She give me a bunch of old school gems that helps me train my boys a certain type of way. So it just throws me off how my son stuck up for that merch to his daddy. It's interesting, but that's how the media got him, that's how society got him. It's just mind blowing. So another incident just happened today. That's what made me say, I gotta do this video. I got his approval first. We went to my aunt's house to fix the toilet. So I try to make him do manly things now. Like my mother say something's going on, my aunt say something's going on. Okay, Cliff come do it. I let Cliff Jr. come do it because I want to keep the masculinity going. Like I got to keep this going. If it's changing a light bulb or something, got to keep this masculinity going. So we go over there. We take the thing inside the toilet apart. It's turn this, turn that. Simple. I didn't go up there because I usually overshadow him, make sure you're doing this, that right. I don't do that no more. Go up there and look at it because they gotta get some kind of masculinity in them. So he go over there, break everything. He break everything down. He bring it back to downstairs where I was down there chilling with my mom. I said, you got everything? He said, yeah. He said, well. I said, well, let's go to the store and get the parts. And then we come back and we put the unit together. So he put the parts in some bags, which is good, it's cool. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Let's take it with just in case we can match it up. So we get to the store, and this dude, once again, he was looking at the stuff. And you know your kids, he looking confused, he looking lost. And like I said, for me, I try not to tell him or advise him what to do no more because you got to man up. You get masculinity, like you got to think. If I wasn't standing here, what you gonna do? Even though this seems like it's something simple, but it's the principle of things. So he kind of figured it out a little bit. And I said, well, can I advise you to maybe take the unit out and look at it, compare it? And he was like, no, I can't do that. And I'm like, why? He was like, because I might get my hands dirty. And I'm like, because you got the merce on? And so we started laughing because this merce gives him some kind of soft power that I don't understand. It's a soft power that it gives. It makes him feel to me, soft. And I'm like, Cliff, no. Get them hands dirty. You can wear your merce all you want to, my brother, but at least you're going to be a masculine man with a merce on. This is masculinity, brother. Get your hand dirty. Just wipe this off. It's nothing. Matter of fact, we go buy you some more mercy if that's what you want. You understand what I'm saying? So we laughed it off, which was kind of cool because now you understand the concept of like, Cliff, I know you try to be the in and try to be in and do the things fashionable everybody doing. That's fine. I understand that. But don't let other people or what everybody else is doing dictate your masculinity as a man. Don't let it do that. And if you're doing things to me that's kind of feminine, I'm going to check you on it. I mean, it's nothing personal towards nobody else. This is all my opinions, but I'm going to check you on it because you still need your masculinity. I don't care if you have on 1,500 merces. I don't care. I do care if you put a dress on, but to each his own. But, you know, I don't, like I said, I don't know what's going on, how the future holds with how they dismasculine our culture. It hurts me because, like I said, we're from the school of old. The old guys, old heads in our hood, or the OGs, so to speak, they taught us how to be masculine. Twin, get up on that car, man. Change the oil for me. Twin, let me show you how to put a water pump on the car. Twin, this is how you do this, that. This is how it was in the back of my alley. So our OGs showed us what to do. And then my peers, we learned a lot of stuff on our own, but branching out to other different situations and being mans about certain things or watching certain things that can happen because we had that masculinity within us. And then my generation up under me saw me do things that I taught up under me. But now I'm like, I feel a little bit worried about these generations now. And what my son, the oldest, is going to teach the young ones. So I try to teach my young ones right now. Man, give me 25 push-ups. Man, go wash those dishes. Man, you want to make $2? You know, go pick up the paper outside at so-and-so. Masculinity, men thing. Because I want our culture to always have a masculinity. Now, my son, as in his culture, and to teach people up under him to still have their masculinity, because I want my culture to still be strong and be powerful and be just masculine. So with that being said, because I'll keep going on and on, then I'll get kind of crazy. No one told you guys that they love you. I love you. And since I haven't been on here in a while, it's been a month or so since I've been on here, or about a month. So I'm going to tell you I love you times a month, if that makes sense to those that understand my corniness. So I love you guys times one whole month. And I want to say peace and blessings and thank you. And remember, we got to keep our masculinity in our culture. Please, that's at least don't let other cultures take that away from it, like they snatch a lot of other stuff from us. And like I said, I'm a human being. I love all my people regardless, but I still love my culture as I love other cultures. But please don't let them take our masculinity away. We need that. Peace and blessings, y'all.